be in the car with a blunt and a bad bitch. Fucking with young Hop, drop the top, then I vanish. Y'all are just in.
Alright, yo, we're here with What's Out Productions. What's up? I'm Xavier Anderton. This video is sponsored by Urso Apparel. I'm here with my boy Hop and Frank.
What's good? What's good?
What you got?
What it is? How's it going? It's FML Frank.
Whatever.
All right, man. What's good? I'm Young Hop. I'm a rapper. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio. What's good with it?
All right, we're gonna talk to these guys about their music and their behind the scenes story. Let's get it. All right, so where'd you guys grow up?
I went to Shaker, and I've lived and grown up in Shaker my entire life. But really over the past couple of years, I've really ended up spending most of my time in Cleveland Heights.
Word. What about you, Frank?
And I'm from all over Cleveland. I was living in Hudson for a minute.
Oh, bet.
I was living on the west. I grew up on the west side, West 25th.
Okay.
Before anything over there.
All
It was
right,
it wasn't like the trenches, but it was just kind of like some fried shit back in those years.
Okay.
And then now I live in Cleveland Heights.
Word.
I got my own spot in Cleveland Heights.
All right, tell me about you guys. How did you guys start with music? Were you guys always into music? Give me just an idea of that.
How'd you go first, bro?
I've really been into music my whole life, but I really didn't get into making music until very recently. I want to say probably about 7 or 8 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
But I've always just been super into listening to music. Growing up, I was super about it. And I always kind of knew in the back of my head that making music was something that I wanted to pursue at some point. But I didn't really have the motivation or the means to really get into that until I met this guy for real.
Word.
So.
All right, yo, Frank, what about you?
I just was I guess I've been using FL Studio as a program, making beats for honestly 9 years.
Cool.
But then I got into rock music for 4 years, and I sort of stopped making beats. But I was always producing and engineering and shit like that along those lines.
Any musical inspirations that you guys have? Were any of you guys in band or something like that, or an orchestra or something?
It wasn't band.
Yeah, I was in marching band in high school. I was on drumline, and that was pretty cool. It was a cool experience. It definitely was helpful just to be around music all the time and just not really have a choice but to be doing it and be working on it. And I think that definitely has been helpful. But I was never super into it. It really wasn't stuff that I really enjoyed. But it was fun. I appreciate the experience that I had.
I feel any background in rhythm, whether it's making beats or if it's drums.
It's just helpful regardless.
Yeah.
So musical inspirations. Any who got you started? Did you guys?
Man, Young Hop really got me back into the rap shit, which is sort of the stuff that I'm most focused on right now. I was really focused on the band, and then it's just hard to get 4 people together like that to rehearse all the time. And he's just been over there kicking it. We working on the music all the time, but we've only really been kicking it for few months really.
Word.
But just all the time since then working on some shit.
What about you?
I'd say I've had a lot of inspirations over the years. I would say really early on what really got me into music was definitely more rock and alternative, bands like Reliant K. I don't know, Skillet even, when I was super young, 3 Days Grace, just
kind of emo bands?
Yeah, I wouldn't call them emo necessarily, but just kind of, pop punk almost. I don't really know. I guess I'm not really sure, what, genre to classify that as. But that's what, really got me into music, from a young age. And then I got super into hardcore for a while, and I didn't actually really start getting into rap music until probably my freshman or sophomore year of high school. And since then, I've really been, all about rap and yeah, now I'm a SoundCloud rapper.
You gotta mention Lil Peep as far as Young Hop's.
Yeah, absolutely. Lil Peep has definitely been a big influence on me. I was definitely really into Lil Peep for a super long time before his passing. R.I.P. R.I.P. And that's definitely been a huge inspiration as far as the music that I'm making now. Stylistically, as far as lyrical content goes, Lil Peep has definitely been a huge inspiration for me.
Definitely.
How about you?
As far as influences. It's tough because I feel I was making beats so long ago, and then when I got back into making beats, it was I was so estranged from the rap game that I was making some way other shit. My beats were sounding nobody this is cool, but nobody would use this.
Yeah.
So I feel what really happened was I had a super different type of style that was really musical, really melodic. And I was how do I make this into some banger ass shit that I can do with Hop, where we're just making bangers? And so I feel I had to listen to a lot of just different rap music to sort of get a feel for what does that formula look like to make a beat that slaps hard and isn't super out there weird. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
Because I hadn't really listened to rap music until really just super recently.
Understood. So you guys were in a band together, the Exotic Fruit Club, is that right? Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, the Exotic Fruit Club is really like a project of Frank's that he's been working on for a very long time in collaboration with our buddy Benedict. I started playing drums for them probably about a couple months ago now, and it's been super, super fun. Like, we played up a whole bunch of shows. We've got a couple more shows coming up, and then the band will actually be no more after those last couple of shows.
So you've created the band, and now it's coming to an end after your next 2 shows, correct?
Right.
Tell me about how you guys started.
That's kind of the crazy story, because we've been in this band since we were like, I guess I was like 14, Benedict was like 15. So it was like my freshman year, his sophomore year. And like at first we were trying to do some like rock rap type of thing, like, but then we instantly ditched it like quickly to just do like an indie rock style. And then so we were making music like we went to Montessori High School down, and we were just like making music at the school all the time, like downstairs in the music room, right? And that's where half the songs we put out came from. So we were making music since like 2014, 15, and then we really got into some other like making like better music sort of. I think we released music in February, and that'll be like the last thing we released, I guess.
Cool. All right, you guys. So tell me about the future. What do you guys have planned?
Right now we've got some pretty cool things planned.
Yeah.
Like, we got some new music that's gonna be coming out soon. We've got like a project in the works that we've like really just started like talking about and like really figuring out like what we're going to do and the steps that we have to take to get there. We got a song with Young Cap coming out. We just put out some shit produced by a 16-year-old featuring Hunchos, who's another rapper from Cleveland. Just a lot of bangers in the future, man. Just a lot of like super hard songs. We're just really about it. Like, we're really putting in the work and like really putting in the hours, and I think it's really going to show. It's really going to take some time and some money and some like really hard work to like get a real like cohesive project together. But we're really working on it. We're really putting in the work, and it's going to come together.
No doubt. I feel like if people are saying like, "Oh, I'm definitely going to make it," definitely going to make it. I respect the confidence, but I feel like those people probably are not working as hard as us, because I feel like as hard as we've been working, like, it just looks like we know the steps that need to happen to get to a place, because we're so involved in the music scene right now. We know what that looks like to get some clout, and it's super, super, super hard. It's super hard. So we're just trying to have the confidence that if we just keep making music, just keep spending hours and hours and hours on the craft, like, and spending the time and the money on the features, on the collaborations, on the networking, on the promotion, you got to like hit all like 10 bullet points. You know what I'm saying? But you just got to
so much more than just the music as well. Like,
for sure,
there's just so much work that goes into like meeting people and like keeping up that like connection with people, and just like making connections and like networking with the right people. You know, like, you could know like 100 people and none of them really have anything to like offer you, as cynical as that sounds, but you could meet, you know, that one person that really like puts you onto some crazy shit and like turns out to be, you know, super helpful.
Yeah, so we're just hoping to catch a break and just get some crazy shit going, because we've been working really hard. We're just hoping that somebody will just like see that, like really like mess with our stuff and just like try to take.
Would you say the message to your people, or to the folks out there that are going to be watching, is that, look, we're working and we really want you guys to be a part of this at some point,
for sure,
but know that like you guys are grinding.
Yeah, for sure. Just know we're grinding. It definitely is what it is, man, for sure.
No doubt.
Word. You guys have anything else to say?
Just thanks, bro. This is cool. Cool experience.
Thanks for having us out here.
All you guys, for real. Good looks on the camera work, bro.
Yeah, shout out the cameraman. Shout out the cameraman. If you want to check us out on social media, you can find me on Instagram at YoungHop. It's YUNG.hop.
All
right. And you can follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is heyyfranklin with 2 Y's.
And we'll talk to these guys. We're going to follow these guys. Just like what we do with our other artists. We're going to follow them, see how they're doing. We might go see Frank and see how he's doing with some beats, and maybe hear, you know, J-Hop spit on a, on a verse or two. You know what I'm saying?
Let me know if you need some beats. You know what
I'm saying? I really want to hear a J-Hop freestyle, in all honesty. I think we can deliver it to the people, but I mean, we'll do it at one point. I'm not gonna put you on the spot today.
That's funny.
But yo, I'm down. Thanks to Frank, thanks to Hop.
Thank you, bro.
And yo, this is What's Up Productions. We out.
Big love.
Hey, Young Hop in this bitch, 16 on the beat, you know what I'm saying? I be in the car with the blunt and the bad bitch, fucking with Young Hop, drop the top, then I vanish. Y'all are just some lames, you not with it, you not savage.